Hey, good morning, everyone. It's Eric here with a Monday morning video blog for you. We've got a minor winter event heading our way late today and into tonight. Not a huge storm, but it could certainly be an inconvenience for some people if you plan on being on the roads this evening into parts of the overnight. And perhaps our Tuesday morning commute could be affected, but by the time most people are up and around Tuesday morning, I think the snow is going to be long gone, and I'll break down the timing here in just a second. Our weather is quiet this morning. It's going to stay that way all morning and actually most of the afternoon as well. This storm system does not look that impressive this morning, and the leading edge of the snow here is not reaching the ground. The more legitimate snow is out here. This stuff in Michigan is what we have to worry about as we go into this evening and into parts of the overnight. Don't be concerned about any blue echoes showing up in Ohio this morning. That is pretty much just Virga. So let's not concern ourselves too much with that. Let's break down the timing for you here. We'll start looking at some computer models. I think the precipitation is likely to push in as we head towards sunset, maybe shortly thereafter, and it may actually begin as a period of rain or mixed precipitation and everything just wet for a couple of hours this evening. This is 3 o'clock this afternoon. Here's 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock. So right around sunset, precipitation's pushing in, and it may fall in the form of rain initially. So I'm not concerned about early evening commuters this evening at all. You know, if you happen to be on the roads at 5, 6 o'clock, it'll just be wet, no problems. But as the atmosphere continues to cool from the ground up, starting a couple hours after sunset, around 7, 8 o'clock, it'll become just snow, and then it's going to snow for several hours. Here's 9 o'clock this evening, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, midnight, it's going to be snowing. And then I'll switch models on you here so we can go out a little bit farther. Here's the snow again at about 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 11. It'll be snowing at midnight. And then the timing on this for Tuesday morning's commute, I think the snow is going to be tapering off pretty quickly in the middle of the night. This is 3 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock. So for early morning commuters on Tuesday, it might be spitting snow or flurrying, but there's not going to be much falling from the sky as we get into the heart of the Tuesday morning rush. Now, what that will mean for any school adjustments, it's hard to say. Roads could still be slick, even though there's not much falling from the sky. Roads could still be slick for a time Tuesday morning. So I suppose there could be some 2-hour delays Tuesday morning, but again, not my department. That's up to your individual school district. There could be some lingering flurries and even maybe a heftier snow shower in spots through midday on Tuesday. Could be kind of a lake effect band wiggling around. Not real high confidence on that just yet, but it's possible to see some flakes just about all day. But again, the most significant accumulations will be from late this evening into the overnight. As far as how much snow goes, show you a computer model here. This is the European model. Snow totals across the region has a pretty solid 2 to 3 for most of our viewing area, with some higher amounts from Cleveland up through Ashtabula, Mentor, Erie, and then over into southwest New York. The reason I'm showing you this particular model is I like what it has. I think this is a pretty reasonable forecast from the model. Here's the National Weather Service forecast, which isn't quite as aggressive up in far northeast Ohio. It doesn't have 6-7 inches like the European model would suggest, but the Weather Service forecast does include 4, 5, 6 inches up towards the lake shore, and again, a solid 1 to 3 for the WFMJ viewing area. This is what A.J. Harris put out last evening, and I think it's good. I think the most likely accumulation for our viewing area is about 2, 2.5 inches, maybe 3-ish. I think 1 is pretty much in the bag in most spots. 4, outside chance. I think most places are going to be around 2, 2.5, perhaps up to 3. So again, not a huge accumulation, but enough to make for some inconvenient travel late this evening into parts of the overnight. Real quickly, late this week, I talked last week about keeping an eye on a system for late this week. It's looking less and less impressive on the modeling as I look at things on this Monday morning. There's going to be a cold front that comes through. It's a pretty significant, strong cold front. This would be Thursday, but there's unlikely to be a wave of low pressure now forming along and slowing the front down and producing more precipitation. That seems less likely now. So we'll get a pretty clean frontal passage with probably just some flurries and snow showers Thursday into Thursday night. Now, could we see some small accumulations out of that? Yeah, but this is unlikely to be a big ticket item. Boy, it's going to be cold behind that front. First of all, we got 2 fronts heading our way. The first one's with our Clipper tonight, and behind it, pretty cold day coming up tomorrow. In between fronts, a pretty rapid warm-up for a couple of days, Wednesday and Thursday, but then another pretty good shot of cold for Friday and into Friday night. So we roll into the month of February. It looks pretty consistently cold, nothing crazy, nothing super harsh, at least initially. The worst of the cold compared to average maybe reserved for the second half of February, but even the opening of February looks pretty consistently cold and overall actually kind of typical for early February. All right, thanks for watching this Monday morning video blog. Just as you updated in the studio this morning, your forecast can be found anytime on the Storm Tracker 21 app, and I hope you'll join me this evening on 21 News at 6 and 11 for a full update on tonight's snow.